Hey everybody, my name is Nikel Wright and I'm here today to give you a really brief overview, and I call it my Take It Online overview. And I'm not sure if you've gotten here through some of my Facebook tips or some of my YouTube tips, but what I want to do now is show you kind of how all those pieces fit together and can help you create a solid online presence that is sustainable and that is very portable and will work for you. Okay, so and if you're seeing this on my blog post, then I've already talked about maybe some of the things that you want, and you'll probably see as I go through this overview how having these pieces in place can help you get what you want. And if you haven't seen the rest of the post and you're seeing this on YouTube, then please click on the link down below this video and go over to the blog and take a look, and so you can see how I think this model might line up and help you get some of the things you want, which might be more time freedom, more flexibility, and might be more income online. Okay, so what you need to have in place, you need your own place online, your own, I call it, and it's the place where people can find you. Compared to a brick and mortar business where you have a location, you have an address, you have a street corner that's yours, and that's where people come to find your products, and talk to you, get your expertise, maybe for you to perform a service for them. So we need to think about that online. You need your own place. Okay, and so I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what those places or the it will look like. I also wanted to be able to update it in the moment from whenever. So many times you see a store, for instance, that's stuck in the 1980s or 1990s. It hasn't been remodeled recently, and that doesn't look good. The same with a website. You see sites that were built and then they're never updated. They just died. They look like a ghost town. So I wanted something that I could be able to update in the moment, and keep it fresh and keep it lively and show my new best stuff. And I wanted something that would work for me 24 hours a day so that I didn't have to work 24 hours a day. And so in technical speak, I call it technical mumbo jumbo, you will want to have uh, a domain maybe, and you'll have it sit somewhere. It has to be hosted somewhere. I'll talk about that more on my blog. And for me, I enjoy having good, solid content and content that I can be proud of. And one way to do that is to establish a blog. So you can have a blog that sits on a domain that speaks to your target audience. And my blog also talks a lot about how to pick your target audience, how to select a domain that will speak to them, that's easy to remember, and how to find a domain that you're going to be able to leverage on many different platforms. So you're finding this video in something that's called my Take It Online Blueprint, and then down below this video you'll see a series of posts that I've written or am in the process of writing that's going to lay out how to get all of these pieces and how to make them work together. So take a look at that. So you might have a blog, and then you're going to need a way to stay in touch with your perfect people, because you don't just want them to come and visit your blog. You don't want to have to wait for them to come back to your blog. You want to be able to entice them back. You want to be able to stay in contact with them, tell them about your specials, tell them about what's new. And so a way to stay in contact with people is email. And in order to get their email address, you need something called a capture page, a lead page, a squeeze page. And you're also going to find a post about how to create some free ones and how to create some paid ones and how to tie that in to your blog. Okay? And then the third piece you're going to need is something that's going to present, sell, follow up, train, coach, just say hello to people 24 hours a day so that you don't have to. And that is known as an autoresponder or an email management system. You've heard there are many different brands out there, and I've also created a post to show you how to set one up and kind of how it works. and how you can use it as part of the system. So when we have our three pieces, we have our it, we have a way to capture our perfect person's contact information, and we have a way to stay in touch with them that once we set it up, it works on autopilot. Okay, so this is one example of an online system that you can set up that will attract the right people, the perfect people, and allow you to stay in touch with them and follow up with them on a regular basis. Another example of a system that you might want to use is we're going to replace that blog with a YouTube channel. So perhaps you like making videos. You want to talk, you want to demonstrate, you want to show before and afters, you want to have video testimonials. A great place to do that would be YouTube. And so now you have your channel, and that's your it. That's where people are going to find you and find information about your services. You're still going to need to capture their information, and you're still going to want to follow up with them, perhaps, and get them back to your channel or get them back to your blog if that's what you've decided to set up. And then a third option is maybe you're using Facebook. So Facebook might be your it. You have a business and you set up a Facebook fan page or group, and that's where people are going to find you, find information about you, your products, and your services. You still want to capture their email address because you don't want to necessarily rely on showing up in their news feed, because we all know that Facebook changes what they decide to do on a daily basis, and so you don't want to be dependent on Facebook as to whether or not people see your stuff. So you want to capture, again, information about your perfect people so that you can stay in touch with them, and you'll want to post frequently, of course, on your page and your group, but you might also want to be able to email them information. You might email them links to your videos that are on your YouTube channel, and you might email them links to your blog posts that share some significant content. So you can see that you can start from whatever works for you. Maybe you already have a fan page and you want to add some of these other pieces. I'll tell you about how to do that on the blog. Maybe you already have a YouTube channel and you want to learn how to optimize that. And maybe you already have a blog. Or maybe you have none of these pieces and we're going to work on all of these pieces. So, and these are the things that I do, right? I enjoy blogging, I like making videos, and I enjoy Facebook. There are many, many other platforms out there, and if you don't like a couple of these, then you can certainly replace them with your pieces. But what you're going to need is a place where people can find you and find information and be impressed with how much you know and begin to know you and like you and trust you. You're going to need to capture their information so that you can build a list, the value that you can add to the list, and the lifetime value, because you're going to be able to stay in touch with them for long periods of time. You're going to be able to offer them things that make sense, and they're going to be the way that you're going to generate a lot of your cash flow. So you need to capture the information and you need to be able to stay in touch, and we do that with our email management system, our autoresponder. So no matter what platform you decide to use, you're still going to need capture pages and an autoresponder. And I'm going to teach you about how to set those up, paid ways, free ways, so depending on your budget. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for your online presence. Remember, you need a place for people to find you so that you can impress them and share your content. You're going to need a way to capture their information, and you're going to need to be able to stay in touch with them, to tell them about all that you have to offer, and to offer your products and services to them. So I hope you've hope that this overview has been helpful for you. If you have any questions about the overview, please leave them in the comments down below and I will get back to you. In the meantime, check out the blueprint. Start with the first day and the second day. Since this is the overview, start with how to set up your systems, and just take a look at that and see, and you'll find that it's not nearly as hard as you think. And I encourage you to get started right away, and so that we can help you get what you want. So again, click on the link down below and go over to the blog and check it out and enter your email so you can get more information from me more tips as I fill out the blueprint and provide those to you directly via email. Thanks. Bye.